Good evening, everyone. We are Group 8, consisting of myself, Elena Clark, Cheyenne Finneran, Tim Mandera, Chris McGuire, Quan Zhang, and Derek Zhao. We will be presenting on the opportunities in digital transformation for AB InBev, the world's largest brewer. Fermented and distilled drinks have been around since the dawn of man, with roots dating back to the 11th century monks. Anheuser-Busch InBev, AB InBev, is an international brewing company whose alcoholic beverage brands span the globe. After their acquisition of Anheuser-Busch in 2008, AB InBev became the largest brewer in the United States and the world. North America is the second largest global alcoholic beverage market, accounting for 24% of global alcohol consumption. Our team believes that AB InBev could implement digital technologies to capture even more of this market share. A century after the end of Prohibition, the US alcohol market still copes with the repercussions. The passing of the 21st Amendment allowed states and local governments to make their own liquor laws, resulting in a patchwork of laws and regulations across the country. Eventually, most states adopted some variation of the three-tier system, designed to discourage the rampant corruption prevalent in the pre-prohibition alcohol market. US manufacturers of alcoholic beverages, wholesale suppliers, and retailers must operate completely independently from one another. No entity can be involved in more than one tier, and every entity must be independently licensed. From AB InBev's perspective, the benefits of the three-tier system include quality control of the product, third-party vetting of business partners, and AB InBev is able to focus on their core competency of brewing excellent beverages. Some of the downsides of the three-tier system include a dependency on independent wholesale distributors for core business operations, limited opportunity for synergizing and/or vertical integration, and limited access to real-time consumer feedback. Given the operational constraints, both domestically and abroad, over the past 30 years, AB InBev's strategy to gain market share has been largely through mergers and acquisitions. We've put together an acquisition timeline. A few dates of note include the 1987 creation of Interbrew through the merger of two of Belgium's largest brewers, the 1999 merger of the two largest Brazilian brewers, forming InBev, the 2004 merger of Interbrew and InBev, forming InBev, the 2008 major acquisition of Anheuser-Busch for $52 billion, thus forming AB InBev, and finally, the 2016 acquisition of South Africa brewer SABMiller for over $100 billion. In addition to these major acquisitions and mergers, AB InBev continues to buy up smaller craft brands. But is this a feasible long-term strategy? We don't think so. Eventually, AB InBev will hit a wall, either running out of money or increasingly struggle with complying with antitrust laws. Already in their purchase of SABMiller, they had to release the distribution rights of Corona in the United States. A few numbers our team would like to hit on that highlight some of the inefficiencies in AB InBev's present-day operations are as follows. AB InBev currently holds over $5 billion in inventory. This presents a risk to the company as a large sum of money is tied up and non-liquid. Additionally, AB InBev currently operates over 200 plus brewery operations globally across 300 total brands. We believe there's an opportunity to consolidate the total distribution operations and save AB InBev production and inventory holding costs. At a high level, our team is recommending that AB InBev invest in digital transformation of their supply chain to optimize downstream logistics and increase operational efficiency. More specifically, given that the pandemic has disrupted all industries, there is an opportunity for AB InBev to target the following business outcomes through the successful navigation and adoption of digitally transforming their logistics processes. Increasing their inventory turnover ratio to at least a 10 in the next 3 years. Currently, the company's inventory turnover ratio is at a 4.83. increasing the return on assets from 2 to 5% in the next 5 years, increasing the company's quick ratio, which measures the liquidity of the company, to be over a 1 in the next 3 years, and to continue to be the #1 beer producer by market share annually. Next, I'll hand it over to Chris.
Thanks, Alina. So assets that AB InBev that can acquire to support the digitization of their logistics operation include implementing RFID systems, which is cheap enough to fine-tune inventory management and implement it in warehouses, trucks, retailers to increase the speed and efficiency of deliveries, track inventories, and to cut down on rework of levels of inventory. Certain ingredients used to make beer, such as barley, are seasonal, and AB InBev has the advantage of a global presence, particularly in the Southern Hemisphere. AB InBev can optimize their raw material sourcing based on timing and geographic location to further reduce their inventory storage costs and working capital. They could use Relex or similar machine learning software to optimize demand forecasting. Retailers already use sales data to forecast demand, and Relex would help AB InBev and their channel partners realize up to a 99% forecast accuracy, 30% reduction in inventory, and up to 85% reduction in out-of-stock items. WorkWave is a GPS that uses powerful algorithms to optimize routes automatically and can be applied to entire fleets of trucks. This will allow us to deliver quicker customer service and ultimately increase the inventory turnover ratio with faster deliveries. In order to achieve the target results set by the company, we need to reorganize the value chain downstream by using the technological transformation and shortening this chain. Without destroying the existing three-tier system and giving full play to the wholesalers' advantages, we use our own warehouses and trucks to help wholesalers reduce warehouse costs and distribution costs and integrate wholesalers into our own value chain. In the management and trading chain, the wholesaler remains the middleman, acting as the supervisor and manager at the top and bottom of the chain. Retailers still use the original procurement system to purchase products from wholesalers, and AB InBev needs to obtain the wholesaler's permission to dispense the products. This helps wholesalers reduce operating costs, and AB InBev gains access to large amounts of sales data that can be used to improve inventory turnover and sales. AB InBev needs to use technology wisely and effectively to reconfigure the downstream of the chain, such as using IoT, RFID, and machine learning technology. Through machine learning, it helps AB InBev understand each retailer's sales data and accurately grasp the wholesaler's distribution data, supporting the company to accurately forecast sales and timing, and then provide data support and operational activities such as accurate production, inventory reduction, accurate stocking, and proper truck delivery arrangements. For example, IoT for trucks ensures that delivery trucks are always online and in communication, saving delivery time, accurate delivery arrival time, and specific delivery information. Using RFID technology, the wholesalers and retailers who should receive the goods can track the goods in real time and be ready to receive them when they are delivered. Once the delivery arrives, there is no need to manually check the delivery with the retailer. Everything is already connected to the inventory management system via RFID and the internet. By distributing goods directly, AB InBev can obtain first-hand sales data and use machine learning to analyze the data, can more accurately do demand forecasting. As with any digital transformation adoption, there are a few risks we want to acknowledge. There are third-party risks. Some of the expertise does not exist in-house and will need to be acquired or outsourced. Monetary risks, large upfront investments are required to establish a digital infrastructure and possibly to incentivize partners. There are regulation risks, potential risks associated with various geolocated stakeholders, SEC, regional governments, etc. There are also cultural risks. Acquiring new talent may clash with existing supply chain or distribution department cultures. Despite these, we still believe the long-term benefits of digitally transforming AB InBev's supply chain outweigh the risks we've identified. Thank you for your time today. We'd be happy to field any questions.